I'm feeling green inside, and I'm not feeling green inside because I'm sick. I'm not feeling green inside because I'm so money obsessed. I'm feeling green inside because the Green Party continue to slowly creeping to the consciousness of not only just me, but many people on the left. And in fact, many people who are just like, look, I don't want a war. I just want a better run country.
See, the next general election, I'm voting green. I'm sorry, Jeremy Corbyn, Zara Sultana, whatever this is that y'all are doing doesn't seem to be what we need exactly. Yeah. And the Green Party right now, they're on it. They are on it.
The Green Party under Zach Polanski just gets it, and that's why I'm very proud to say that I have joined the Green Party.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you are doing very well. So in today's video, the Green Party under their new leadership has become very attractive to the working class, to ethnic minorities and to women. This group of people feel like the Green Party's policies, in comparison with the other political parties' policies, are much better for them individually. From immigration policies to health to economy, they feel like they can relate better with the Green Party's policies than the other political parties. This has also made them grow in their numbers massively, and they just won their first ever by-election. It's bringing like kind of hope for the working class. So before we get into the videos, guys, if you're coming across my channel for the very first time, my name is Philomena. Can you like the video as you're watching so you can recommend it to as many people as possible, and please subscribe to the channel. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much, guys. You guys are the real MVPs.
So Keir Starmer has set his dogs to go after the Green Party. But we all know it's not the Green Party's after, it's Zach Polanski. You see, Starmer isn't afraid of the Green Party policies, not because they're not good and worthy to be challenged. Of course they are. He's afraid of the communicator of the policies. You see, Starmer is afraid of a white British Jewish boy from the north who's caught the imagination and engagement of the British public voters. Amidst his U-turns to save his political behind, he's breaking of every pledge and promise he made to become leader, and he's puppeteering to fascism and the far right. Starmer watches as the Green Party soars in the polls under Zach Polanski. He sees Zach as the real threat. Is it Zach's boldest?
Every single Labour MP needs to look to their conscience. Why? The interview we just heard, you said it yourself. The question was, you never told anyone when they voted they were voting for this. This is extreme, this is inhumane, and it is a government of cowards.
Or is it because Zach has this really annoying ability to break down the issues of the day and powerfully communicate them to the British public voters in a way that resonates and breaks down barriers like this?
Why does it feel like everyone's running all the time? You are, we all are, like we can never catch a breath. Rent's up, water bill's up, you dread opening that next energy bill. And when did everything become such a luxury? Going to a cafe, reading glasses are too expensive so you squint. Even going to the dentist gets put off, so you cut back and you pick up the pace. No holiday this year? Sorry kids, living with tooth pain. You take a second job, sometimes 3, just to stay where you are. Wages stuck in 2008, prices racing ahead. You never get to see the kids, snapping at them when you do. And it's the same story all around the country. Cities, towns, villages. People working full time, still broke. Builders building houses they'll never live in. Nurses queuing up at food banks. And we're the lucky ones, the ones with jobs. Some people can't run at all. Students buried in debt. Disabled kids denied support. Pensioners choosing which room to heat, if any. The pressure never lifts, so the rest of us run faster to help the people we love. The NHS is buckling, our rivers are full of filth, hopelessness sets in, and you're moving so fast, everything is just a blur, and that's when it hits you. What if the answer isn't to run faster? What if the most powerful thing we can do, all of us, all together at once, is to stop running?
Yes, Starmer, be afraid, be very afraid, and when you've reached peak fear, be afraid some more.
If we didn't have the Green Party right now in the UK, Labour would have made the announcement about how they're going to deal with asylum seekers. We would have all got very angry and then had nowhere to go to vent that frustration. And then Labour would have been able to say, don't split the vote, even though everyone would have been dissatisfied and like the people that weren't going to vote. We would have had no way to demonstrate that yes, we still want to vote, just not for you bitches, not for reform and not for Conservatives. And that's what I'm loving about the current moment with the Green Greens, that it's fundamentally starting as, like, even if people aren't even thinking about the election right now, it's this thing of like diffusing this anger, not even diffusing it in terms of making it less potent, but having a place to go. I hate this asylum plan. I'm voting Green. Do you know what I mean? It's like, we hate the way you're running the economy. We're voting Green. We hate the way you've dealt with Gaza. We're voting Green. Like, there's somewhere to go. We're not politically quote unquote homeless anymore.
Woke is back. Latest polling done by Find Out Now has put the Greens at 18%, which is 3% higher than Labour, who are at 15%. Labour have even managed to slip behind the irrelevant Tories, which is quite frankly embarrassing for them. Look, Labour have proven that they're no party for the left, and they're definitely not a party that can take on the growing threat of Reform UK. So if you don't want to see Nigel Farage and his far-right friends in Parliament after the next general election, you've got to join the Green Party now.
So yeah, the next general election, I'm voting Green. I'm sorry, Jeremy Corbyn, Zara Sultana, whatever this is that y'all are doing doesn't seem to be what we need exactly. Yeah. And the Green Party right now, they're on it. They are on it. Zach Polanski is our version of Mondani. And what we're currently witnessing is what a real opposition looks like. Yeah, that's what we're currently witnessing right now. And for me, I mean, chuck Labour away. Labour has lost the plot. Chuck them fucking away. The ridiculous party right now. Chuck them away. Lib Dems to the side. Reform. We need to do something about reform. But on the left, yeah, the Green Party and Zach are showing us what. They're literally just simple, but showing us what an opposition is all about.
The British people are being told we only have two choices. There's Nigel Farage's way, which is to cheer on Donald Trump as he sends out armed thugs to murder innocent people in the United States. Or there's the Keir Starmer way, which is basically the same thing, but to look really sad about it.
Nearly 1 million people came to Britain in the year ending June 2023.
Right now, Trump is doing everything he can to stir up division and hate. He is desperate to distract voters from the affordability crisis.
Affordability. They just say the word. It doesn't mean anything to anybody.
He is desperate to distract voters from his links with Jeffrey Epstein.
I was not a fan of his. That I can tell you. I was not a fan of his.
And he will do anything to stay in power to enrich himself and his cronies. This is why he's sending out heavily armed, masked ICE agents to terrorise innocent people. And it's what Farage wants here too.
We will abolish indefinite leave to remain as a category in this country.
If we want to know how this ends, we only need to look to the United States.
Federal immigration agents shot and killed a woman during what they say were targeted operations.
We have to reject hate. We must choose hope.
Let me ask you a question. Away from the two-party stronghold, which party apparently is the most unserious in British politics?
Polanski just say he's scared of the Green Party because I think he's one of the most unserious parties in politics. If anybody's just thinking of voting the Greens because, you know, they don't like Reform UK, the Tories are completely finished, Labour are finished, actually look into the policies and actually understand, you know, what they're promising and what they're going to deliver. I think they're all getting a little bit desperate now because Reform is surging.
So, okay, Corky says it's the Green Party. Well, that's bold, isn't it? Coming from a Reform fan base whose policies, they read like something a focus group came up that lost the focus. So if we want to be serious, let's see who is actually unserious in the political sphere. Fiscal stance. The Greens tax the wealthy, invest in services. IFS says ambitious and mostly workable. Reform. Cut tax, increase spending. IFS says does not add up. Oh, question Corky, which one is unserious? NHS. Green says fund it properly. Reform suggests private vouchers, end waiting lists in 2 years. Lovely thought that. Or is rebuilding the NHS using monopoly money? Again, which one is unserious, Corky? Climate. The Greens, as you expect, net zero. Clean power, lower bills. Reform. Scrap net zero. Drill for more oil. One, plans for the future. The others, lighting a match in a petrol station. So I'll ask again, Corky, which one is unserious? Immigration. This should be good. Greens, managed and humane. Reform. Freeze it. Offshore it. Leave the ECHR because nothing says freedom like walking out of the Human Rights Convention. So again, remind me, Corky, which one is unserious? Housing. Greens, build homes, protect renters. Reform, deregulate. hope for the best. So, again, which one is unserious, Corky? Because if the Greens are unserious, what does that make reform? One party's plans are backed by economists and scientists. The other is backed by, what, Facebook groups and hollow promises. This is why the Greens in this new leadership should be taken seriously, because they work for the many. Reform, they work for the few, and we know this. But apparently you're okay with lining the pockets of the few.
So the by-elections are around the corner. And with people so dissatisfied with the Labour Party, are we going to see an election or a competition between the Green Party and Reform UK? So I want to know what you think, guys, in the comment section. Kindly drop your thoughts and opinions in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.